Hi, I'm Morgan Smith. I'm at the Woodstock Film Festival at Utopia Studios, and we're about to see the Amazing Women in Film panel.
Since that, when I started out 25 years ago, actually it's longer than 25 years, it's well,
we'll just say it's your silver
28 years, there wouldn't have been a women in film panel because there weren't any women in film, quite honestly. I went to NYU Film School in the mid-1970s, and there was no one, except for Ida Lupino. That was the only name. You know?
I have my picture here of Ida Lupino. That's my inspiration.
You know, basically the only women I knew when I was in film school were European female directors. It was Lina Wertmüller, who kind of had made a name for herself, and there was one to Agnes Varda, but there were no, I could not think of a woman film director. So the fact that even though percentage-wise we are still in such a minority compared to men, the fact that I can actually think of many handfuls of women who have had the opportunity to make American women, to me is something to be happy about.
I'm curious. Are there, I was looking at your Facebook blog on this before, are there really these glass ceilings in film as so much as compared to other Fortune 500 or other entities? Meaning that, does it really happen that a film will be submitted to a distributor and say, you know what, it was a woman director, next. I've sat in a lot of those meetings. I can't believe that that's still really happening. And you talked about, why are there so many movies with submissive women and rom-coms? Well, and again, I'm going to be run out of the building, but
No one's going to run you out of the building, but we might disagree. Okay.
But I'll start crying.
Okay. Please don't.
But it's show business, and if that's what's selling these insipid rom-coms, then isn't it up to us as women leaders in the business to direct our constituencies to the movies that portray women in a better way?
Well, and I also think that's where you and I kind of are relevant as critics.
Well, that's the thing. The thing is gatekeepers. A lot of times we've sat here, and it's directors, producers, et cetera, and then you've got to remember, in terms of film critics, and I'm someone who has been on the New York Film Critics Circle, I think, for 20 years. I was at Us Weekly for 11, and now I'm moving on. That there's only at any one time, maybe, in print, which is changing, 4 or 5 women. It's only the New York Film Critics Circle, there may be 3 out of 30 that are women, 4 out, the gatekeepers, the people. So when you go and see a movie, and this is not glass ceiling, this is something different. When I go to Toronto and I see a movie made by the actress Sarah Polley, her second movie, Away With Her was her first, and she made Take This Waltz, Michelle Williams, big star, Seth Rogen, not a rom-com, serious movie, serious, funny, smart, painful, and I go see it and I'm laughing, weeping, crying there. There are other women in the audience who are, and then there's a lot of men who go, God, it really lagged. And it's not a glass ceiling, it's that the gatekeepers are still men, in my view. Why is it still so bad?
and I think one of the weird bypasses to feeling blind. Also this, I feel like any panel sort of ultimately has to face like an East Coast West Coast divide in what we talk about. And I align myself, hugely, and only know East Coast production, and that's where I feel like there's been huge progress in terms of powerful connections with DPs, both men and women. Women really becoming prominent, and they've always been there, but just increasing numbers on the producing side of things. So I feel like women directors, the plus is that they really can easily fortify themselves to have their inner sanctum be very strong, and with that you can.
I have 3 daughters, and I sometimes think about this. I don't know if this is a good or bad thing, but maybe women need to play to win more. And we had to look in, and again, that's how you look at the lobbying, play to win. How do you have to get to the end game? And what do I have to do to get there?
But it raises the question, what is the end game? Is the end game making millions of dollars? Then make crappy movies like Hangover 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Or is the end game to really change the landscape of the way people think?
That's a great,
Right,
But
because
it's still about quality. It's still about quality. I'm not saying compromise quality for the dollars. Just think like the guy. Look, if you want to make a $5 million beautiful movie about about whatever it is, create the package that is going to get you that money to do it.
Thanks for watching, and check back for more at www.woodstockfilmfestival.com.